a lot about books, and I post a lot about, things that I'm learning so they can learn with me, and vice versa. They also send me, their recommendations on books and podcasts and YouTube. So it's very rewarding. Well, the hardest thing is that people doesn't realize that, like what they're watching happened, over a year ago. So I had to relive everything. That was the hard part. But I just had to say that I was really happy I stayed off Twitter, because Twitter is just mean. So I stayed on Twitter pretty much the whole time. Yeah, people's gonna have their opinions, but also, I want to kind of point out that what Drew and I share was 5.5 years, and what they saw was a sliver that was on television. So there's obviously a lot of positive, but the little negative, the negative as well that showed. So I just stayed off Twitter as much as possible.
But in a way, I mean, it's like, what an education. Like, you kind of just dove in the deep end. Like, now, maybe some of your other castmates, like, as things happen, like, they're, going to kind of be in the hot seat. And, like, what could really be more personal than that? Like a 5.5-year relationship just being exposed to the world.
Yep. And it hurt.
That's got to be a good thing, though, going forward, of just like, I can handle anything now, right?
No, absolutely. And then I think it's so beautiful now that they're able to capture some of my healing process, and and it's such a nice journey that I'm trying to my best to live in the present now. Before, I was always lived in the past or lived in the future. Now I'm able to kind of center myself and live in the present, and able to show that, now hopefully with future seasons. And then I'm hoping that audience can see that and be inspired, even if it's just one or two people, by my journey, and know that, there's better things. There's healing that can be done, and it's never too late.
Well, we definitely saw a lighter Kelly in season 2. I mean, other than obviously the fact that Andrew wasn't there and you guys are not together, like, how was season 2 different for you?
Filming wise, for me, it was so much better, just because I don't have to always think about, like, okay, how to make sure he feels okay, or if I say this, will this affect him? Like, it was a lot of, I think, baggage I was kind of carrying season 1. Season 2, obviously, it's a little bit, it was more fun for me because I get to be with my friends and laugh. There was definitely a lot of drama in season 2, even watching it myself, and I'm like, oh my God, this is like so much drama. But I was happy that I stayed out most of them.
There was quite a bit of drama in season 2. Was it anything, as you watched it back, like, shock you, like anything you weren't involved with, like a scene maybe that you weren't there for, where you're like, oh wow, this is, I didn't know about this?
Oh, I think that the ending scene with Christine and Anna at lunch, and they were just like going at it. I was like, oh, I was on the edge of my seat. So that was a pretty epic discussion, I would say.
That was possibly one of the best scenes of the whole damn season. I mean, where did you find Anna Shay? And does Anna Shay know that she is like an icon, like one of the best reality TV stars ever to exist of all time? Like, where does this woman come from?
Yeah, I don't even know if she knows that, because I she's on social media, but she's really not. But I'm thinking other people like are running for her, just because, like, when you text her, she has 2 phones. When you text her, you never know who it goes to, and she lives in her own world, and I think that's such a beautiful thing, and that's so unique about Anna. She doesn't give a fuck. I don't know if we can say fuck on this podcast, but she doesn't give a fuck.
You can say fuck, and well, I mean, it's so refreshing. It's like, I mean, we're all, unless you're a certain age, but most of us remember what life was like before social media. You're like, she just is so authentically herself and just doesn't care, and it's like so freeing.
Yeah.
Is that what happens though? Like, if you text her and you get a response, you're like, this might be her. This might be one of like 5 other people that are handling this for her.
Yeah, probably 90% or 95%, you won't get a response from her. The text Maria normally, and Maria will answer back, but that's across board for everybody. Just always hard to reach her. Anna Shay can reach you, but you can't reach Anna Shay.
I love that. And who is Maria? Because people want, I mean, there is some other things online, like, who is this Maria? I mean, it says Anna's friend, but like, does she work for her? Does she just live there? Like, who is Maria? People are obsessed.
Maria is just Anna's friend. They've been best friends for a long time, and they don't live together. Maria has her own house on the other side of the city, and Maria's really sweet. She's just always there, and she's kind of like, she's there to kind of always like, she's always very level-headed, I would say.
Does Anna Shay does she like being part of this? Like, does she understand? I mean, and I don't mean that in like a disrespectful way. Like, does she understand like this show's a huge success and like people love her? She's beloved. Like, does she get that at least?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
It's just, it makes you wonder.
Yeah, it's Anna's world. We're just all living in it, you know?
Kind of. Well, you mentioned this scene between Christine and Anna, and like, you know, the more things change, season 2 does feel much different. The more they stay the same. Like, what is it about Christine and Anna? Like, why do you think like they're just oil and water?
It's kind of hard to answer. I think both of them have different opinions on things, and you know, I think sometimes they are speaking the same thing, but they're just saying the different ways. And you know, I hope in the future they're able to see each other's point of view and have an understanding. And we have a little bit of that, you know, at the end of season 2. So we'll see what happens.
Incoming, incoming. Thank you, thank you.
Copying.
That's it, that's it. Done. Thank you, you're the best. Thank